Okay, so we can officially start the meeting. So right now, be serious, guys. So welcome everyone for our spring 2021 virtual FOSE gathering. It's really glad to see so many faces and people are still coming in. So it's just awesome. As we mentioned here in an unofficial conversation before, it's really shame we can't do this meeting in real life around the campfires, but well, we hope, I think, all of us, that this will be possible very, very soon. But before that, it's great we can use this technology and meet so many friends from so many different countries and few different time zones here. So, Kirk, if you don't mind, please, next slide.
Of course.
So that's the plan of our meeting. So the next point is the update from FOSE that will be done mostly by Vivian, our chairperson, and Walter, our treasurer, who, lucky for us, was able to manage to join us today. So Vivian, microphone is yours, and I would like to ask everyone else to mute themselves. So as always, only the person who will do the presentation or speech will have a microphone open. And as always, at the end, we will have the open mics for everyone to change some gossips. So Vivian, please.
Thank you. Okay, the board has been very busy since we've been meeting online here last time. We had board meetings online, of course, no physical meetings, even though we're longing for it. And the next one will be in July already again. And we're having a workshop in May on projects. We want to develop criteria on the board to look where we want to go and to make it easier for people applying. And one question as well we're going to discuss is, do we get enough good projects? Because those are the two main goals the foundation has. Looking for donors like you are, for friends, life and animal friends, and of course doing something good and helping scouting with that money by financing good projects. There was a meeting with so-called Super Friends country coordinators as well during May, and there just a short update what the board is discussing at the moment. We realized it's starting to be a confusion. Some are using the term Super Friends, other country coordinators. It wasn't clear whether that is the same or something different. And the board hasn't decided yet, but has the intention to make a difference. That would mean that the country coordinators are the volunteers. Those, as the name actually says, are coordinating the friends in the country. Usually they're working and living. And on the other hand, Super Friends, where we are talking about having people getting that as a kind of honor badge. So it's for people, for instance, having recruited at least 10 friends or something like that. It's still in progress, but just if you hear those terms that you know, we're trying to separate that and to have a clear wording in that thing. As we realized as well is that there are different expectations on one part from the country coordinators, as I name them now, and the board and perhaps people outside. So we're working once more on a job description there as well. And we're thinking about having a training for those people. That should be, that we're working on as well. And wording is another important thing. We're trying to be, usually we're talking about FOSE, the friends, but it has started more and more that people use the term member And at the moment, that's not really the right word to use because we're all donors and not members. It's a foundation and not an association. So there we're trying to really use the right words as well. But we're thinking about establishing a support association. So donors could be members of that association. So, but that's something as well, just in discussion, no decisions taken yet, just that you have heard about those ideas. As I said, we're always looking for donors. It's nice. I think we're having this evening some new life friends with us as well. We're looking forward to really present them, but that shall happen in a nice and decent way and not just online where we try to figure on a tiny picture who that might be we're talking about. So looking forward to live gatherings, live meetings where we can really welcome those new friends or friends that have upgraded from annual to live friends. Then we're working on the competition of the board as well and the transition, but there nothing is set yet. It's the board that's trying to figure what kind of job profiles we already have, what skills that are needed, what skills we already have, and what skills we're looking for. And of course, the new website, you've heard about that. We had a problem with the website that's still working at the moment. It has been hacked, but now we are in the happy situation to go forward, and it shall be, we shall get a new website where everything will work the way we wish it to. And the last short update, perhaps Lynn and Peter will jump in afterwards and say something more, but a lot of you will already have gotten the, it's not really an invitation, it's a paper telling us that we really very much would like to have the gathering this autumn again. We're still being invited from Slovakia, but of course no one knows what the situation is going to be in October. At the moment we're rather, we're hoping and think it should be possible to go there, but of course we want a safe trip. But until the 21st of May, so that's really short from now, you could send a mail to Lena and Peter telling them when you're interested in coming, because we need to have a reasonable group to go there. It's not worth having 10 people going together to Slovakia. That's not worth all the work and time that has to be invested in it. But just if you haven't got the mail from Lena and Peter yet, but would like to join us this year, if circumstances allow it, then please get in touch with them. I think that's about what we are working on at the moment. And if you have questions, of course, my mailbox is open all the time. Just come back to me or ask it now or later on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vivian. And Walter, if you can give us a short summary about the financial part of our work, that would be lovely.
Yes, thank you. I have some small points because we are in the middle of a financial year and it's difficult to say details about finances because we have more or less big changes every day. But I'm happy that we could accept the accounts of the last year, and during the next days, I hope you will get a newsletter from the foundation, and in this newsletter you will see a summary of the most important figures from the accountings of last year, and as an annex you will get, as usually, because we are always transparent against our donors, as an annex you will get the detailed financial statement for the last year. What I can say, it was quite good, thanks to the stock markets. And yes, the rest you can see in the newsletter. Some to the current year, we are happy that the pandemic obviously doesn't influence the stock markets too much. So we have a very good development of our investment, and we are happy about this. And we hope that it will be like this until the end of our financial year. One very happy information is that during the last year, we have had a new record with about 40,000 Swiss francs, which we have spent to projects. That's really a new record. And this year, it looks perhaps a little bit better than last year, because we have received money from a special donor, and until now, and we are now about in the middle of the financial year, we have spent already 40,000 Swiss francs for projects. And I'm really happy that I can inform you about that, because the pandemic has really had influence on scouting too. And with these projects, I hope we can reduce a little bit the bad influence of the pandemic for scouts. So I think that's more or less what I can say about the finances. If there are questions, I'm always open. Write me an email or take contact to me, and I will give you information.
Thank you, Walter, so much. So that was the update from a foundation.